the yellow belt line work tutorial. If you graded recently, congratulations if you passed your grading and you're learning your next level of line work. Again, try and learn this line work at home, take your time, try and master it so that when we're teaching online live classes, when we're announcing the line work, you'll know what the line work is and you'll be able to move with us rather than us feeling like we're just going too fast. Okay, so we'll get straight into the yellow belt line work. Okay, so what I want you to do is take what you did as a yellow stripe and take your right leg back and show me an L stance. So remember, 1.5 shoulder widths long and very narrow. Now, because you're a yellow belt, you're a little bit more advanced. So what you need to think about now is you're allowed to twist your front foot up to 15 degrees. And you're allowed to twist your back foot 5 degrees forwards. Now, 5 degrees on your back foot is fairly imperceptible. It's very hard to see, so you might as well just leave it sideways. But the front foot you're allowed to turn in a little bit. Okay, so it's a little bit more advanced on the stance. You put your backhand out to the back corner of the room. Okay, and because you're learning this for the first time, I just want you to stretch your hand out like that. So palms down and stretch it out. Now I don't want it behind you over here, and I don't want it over there. It's got to be to the corner, okay? And I want to put your other hand on your face, like you're going to slap yourself on the face. Don't slap yourself on the face, just keep it close, okay? Your front hand is going to do an outward knife hand, okay? And if you were doing an outward block, it will level with your shoulder, so this is higher than your shoulder. This one comes across and twists across your body. And it points towards your bicep muscle on the top of your arm here. So it's a couple of inches away from this bicep muscle. So it's not touching and it's not over here, because then there's a big gap, isn't there, which there's not supposed to be, because it's a guardian one. Okay, it's supposed to cover you up. Okay, so let's start again. So L stance, put your back hand out to the corner, palm down. Put this hand on your face like you're going to slap yourself, and show me an outward knife hand block. So I can see your hand like it's saying stop, but it must be bent. Don't straighten it. It's got to be bent so you can block, and you're blocking with your outer knife hand, this section. This hand will come across your body to cover your solar plexus and point towards your bicep, okay? You shouldn't be fully sideways. You should be half side facing. So you're going to walk forwards, show me an L stance, point your back hand out to the back corner, put your front hand on your face, show me an outward knife hand block, and bring this hand across your body to point towards your bicep and covers your solar plexus, okay? This hand should be about 1 fist width gap away from your body. It shouldn't be touching because you're just going to hit yourself. So make sure it's away from your body. So moving forwards, point your back hand out to the corner, palm down, this hand on your face, show me an outward knife hand block, and this hand comes across. Remember, if you're concentrating on the stance, you can have 15 degrees on the front foot and 5 on the back foot. So, moving backwards, step backwards. Put your hand out to the corner with your back hand, palm down. This one on your face. Show me an outward knife hand. And this hand points across your body towards your bicep, half side facing. So, stepping backwards, L stance, check it, weight over your back leg. Put your back hand out to the corner and your front hand on your face. Show me an outward knife hand stop sign and bring this across your solar plexus towards your bicep. Move backwards again, put your hands out to the corner, put this one on your face nearly, palms down, twist this one out, twist this one across. A fist width gap away from your body and a couple of inches away from your bicep, half side facing. One more, stepping backwards, put your hand out, palm down, this one on the side of your face. Twist with the outward knife hand and bring this one across towards your bicep. Okay, so we're going to do that again coming forwards, and we're going to move a little bit faster. Now, just a tip for you, when you move forwards, you're going to put your hands out. Now, a big mistake that we find when you're learning this is people like to put their hands out first, and then they move, and then they've got their hands in the wrong place. Okay, so please don't put your hands out until you've walked forwards. So from here, walk forwards, and then put your hands out. This one on your face, this one to the corner. And now this time I want you to bring them both at the same time. So walk forwards first and then put your hands out. Stretch to the corner, hand on your face and twist them both. So coming forwards first, stretch your hands to the corner. This one palm down, this one slapping yourself on the face and show me a knife and guard. Okay? So last time moving backwards, stepping backwards, stretch. I want you to stretch a knife hand guard. You tell me which looks better, this one or this one. Yeah? So the stretching makes a big visible difference to what we're looking at, yes? Especially when you're grading, when you're performing your pattern and competition. Alright? So from the corner, hands on your face, twist them both. So stepping backwards, stretch, hand on your face, palm down. Stepping backwards, hands out to the corner, both together. Stepping backwards, hands out to the corner, both together. Okay, so your knife hand guard, that's your first piece of line work. Okay, your second piece of line work is a twin block. So again, put your right leg back and show me an L stance. 15 degrees on your front foot and 5 degrees on your back foot. And I want you to cross your hands on your chest, but I want you to put your front hand on your chest first. And I want you to cross your back hand on top. Okay? Now I want your back hand to perform a rising block, so it's slightly in front of your head, and then this hand to perform an outward block. And now, because it's not a knife hand, it's an outward block, your hand's in a fist, so it's level with your shoulder. Okay? And this one is higher than your head. This one should be 1 fist width gap higher than your head. So when you walk forwards, and again, half side facing, when you walk forwards, you're going to drop your top hand down first, and then cross your hands. So as you walk forwards, your top hand comes down first, cross your hands, the one on top goes up in an outward, in a rising block, sorry, Chuki or Manki, and then this one goes out in an outward block level with your shoulder. You should be half side facing, and this should be 1 fist width gap higher than your head. So coming forwards, cross your hands, top hand down first. So top hand comes down first, other hand goes on top, the one on top goes up in a rising block, and this one goes out in an outward block. So moving backwards, same moves, top hand comes down first. So moving backwards, top hand down first, this one on top, this one goes up, this one goes out. Moving backwards, top hand comes down first, the one on top goes up, this one goes out. Moving backwards, L stance, top hand comes down first, other one goes on top, up and out. Don't worry about mixing your hands up. Yellow belts, you're going to mix your hands up for a while now, and especially when you move up another grade, okay, you'll still get it mixed up, because you'll start to mix the patterns up a little bit, so don't worry about that. The higher up you get, the easier it becomes. Okay, so let's do that again a little bit faster. So back to your L stance, back to crossing your hands, front hand first, other hand on top. This one does a rising block, this one does an outward block. Level with your shoulder, and 1 fist width gap in front of your head. So coming forwards, top hand drops down first. So top hand drops down first, other one on top, and try and do both hands together now. Ready? So when you walk forwards, top hand comes down first. Top hand down first, other hand on top, and ready. So coming forwards, top hand comes down first. Cross your hands. So moving backwards, same moves, top hand comes down first. Top hand first, from on top. Moving backwards, top hand comes down first. Cross your hands, up and down. Moving backwards, top hand comes down first. From on top, up and down. Okay, so that was the second piece of line work for yellow belt. Okay, now the third piece of line work for yellow belt is the same as the low block rising block you did as a yellow stripe or yellow tag, and we want to see you doing it a little bit more advanced. Okay, so if you go back to that line work, so put your right leg back, look at your watch, and from on top, show me a low block. Yeah, bend your knee, lean forwards, from on top again, rising block again. Okay. Now the difference between your level and a yellow stripe level is you've got to perform the sine wave correctly, and we want to use continuous motion. So what continuous motion means is you're going to perform both moves in one breath, but you breathe out twice. So if you watch me first, so it goes. Did you get that? So from on top, you finish the first move. Okay, so coming forward from on top. Okay, so one breath, 2 exhalations, 2 breathe outs. Ready? So coming forwards from on top. Ready? I'm moving backwards from on top. backwards, go. And go, from on top. Okay, so 2 breaths and breathe, well, 1 breath, sorry, and breathe out twice, so 2 exhalations. So last time, coming forwards from on top, 1, 2, 3. And last 3 backwards, from on top, go, go. Okay, so I'll leave that with you, yellow belt, because you've done it before. So the only difference is you breathe out twice, okay, with 1 breath. Right then, so your 4th piece of line work for yellow belt is L stance, inward block. Okay, so if you take your right leg back and go back to an L stance, and I want you to look at your watch on your right hand, so on your back hand. Look at your watch again, and put your left hand out to the side. And I want you to twist both hands in. So an inward block comes straight across. It's not like a middle block that comes underneath and across. This one, so if you imagine someone punching, you're blocking straight across like this, as opposed to a middle block, which is like this. Okay, so you're going to look at your watch again. So put your right hand looking at your watch, put your left hand out to the side, and twist them both in. Now you're doing one move, so remember the rule. When you're doing one move, you pull the same hand back. So you're going to walk forwards and pull the same hand back, put your other hand out to the side, and twist in. So walking forwards, look at your watch on the same hand, put your hand out, and twist them both in. Same height as the middle block to the centre. Okay, so moving backwards, look at your watch, put the same hand back, hand out to the side, twist them both in. Moving backwards, look at your watch, hand out to the side, twist them both in. Moving backwards, look at your watch, hand out to the side, and twist them both in. Now, if you struggle with that a little bit at yellow belt level, you can cheat a little bit. And you can just put 2 hands out and block in, but it's not as technical, but you're still performing the block correctly, okay? So one more time, coming forwards, pull your hand back, put your other hand out, block in. Coming forwards, look at your watch, and your hand goes out, twist them both in. Look at your watch, put your hand out, twist it in. And last time, moving backwards, look at your watch, hands out, twist it in. Look at your watch, hands out, twist it in. Look at your watch, hands out, and twist it in. Okay? So that's your 4th piece of line work. Okay? And I think that's it for yellow belt level. So we've covered the knife hand guard, we've done the twin block, and we've done low block, rising block. Okay? You have to repeat the knife hand again and the inward block. Alright? So that's your hand techniques done. So the last piece of line work, the 5th piece of line work now, is you need to start bringing in the legs. Okay? So the technique you're going to do is called a turning kick. Now, I didn't write the Taekwondo syllabus, and I found the turning kick quite difficult, so I don't know why we asked you to do a turning kick at yellow belt level, but we do. So we're going to do a turning kick. Okay, so if you put your right leg back, ready, and put your hands out to the corner, hand on your face, and show me a knife hand guard again. Okay, and now you can forget your hands, so we're just going to concentrate on your back leg. Okay, so I want you to pretend you've got a hurdle here, just a hurdle, or a bench, or a chair. Ready, whatever helps your imagination. And I want to lift your knee up and over, and I want you to kick to the corner of the room, and then back over the hurdle and back to your L stance. Okay. Try not to kick high to begin with. I'd rather you kept it low with good technique and then we built it later. So again, imagine you've got a hurdle here. Lift your knee up and over, and you don't kick to the front like that, and you don't kick to the corner. It's in between. Okay, so in between. Then back over the hurdle and back into an L stance. Okay, so coming forwards, pretend you've got the hurdle. Knee up to the side and over the hurdle. Kick off centre. Back over the hurdle into the L stance. Okay? So show me that again from your knife hand. Lift your knee up, over the hurdle, kick off centre, over the hurdle, and back. Okay, so 2 more times. Up and over, kick off centre, over and back. Show me again. Knee up and over, kick off centre, over and back. Have you got it? Now try it on your other leg. Okay, so change legs. Okay, you will have one leg better than the other. That's okay to begin with, but my advice is to train twice as much on your bad leg, and then you'll end up with 2 good legs. Now, when I was learning Taekwondo, my instructor just taught me to keep with my good leg, so my left leg is not as good as my right. But I don't want that to happen to you. So make sure you train your bad leg twice as much as your good leg. Okay? So from here, put your hands out to the corner again, and on your face, show me a knife hand guard. Now put your hands down so we can concentrate on the legs. Pretend you've got a little hurdle here, and lift your knee up, over the hurdle, kick off centre, so again, not to the middle, and not to the corner, in between. Okay? Then back to an L stance. So same again, lift your knee up, over the hurdle, kick off centre, and back into your L stance. Okay, so one more time, lift your knee up, over the hurdle, kick off centre, and then bring it back again. Have you got that? Okay, so let's just try and do that moving forwards 3 times with a knife hand guard, and then we'll leave your tutorial there. Okay? So, from your L stance, put your hand out behind you, hand on your face, and show me a knife hand guard. So pretend you've got the hurdle, you're going to chamber, kick, chamber, and this time you're going to put it down in front with a knife hand guard. So your knee comes up, over, kick off centre, land in front, hands out to the corner, knife hand guard. So pretend you've got the hurdle, lift your knee up, over, kick off centre, land in front, hands out to the corner, and guard. Okay, so last time, lift your knee up, over, kick off centre, land in front, and knife and guard. And that's the last piece of line work for you. So just one tip, remember, a good kicker will chamber once, and fire, and drop. If you want to be a fantastic kicker, ready, chamber, and fire, chamber again, and then go. Okay, so that's your yellow belt line work. So, Chilians, can you?